Hello and welcome, my name is Parky and today we're going to be starting a brand new series of StoneHearth. Now for those of you who've been watching my other series that I've been doing on this, unfortunately the game, well it's an unfortunate and fortunate thing, the game was updated to Alpha 14 yesterday, which basically means that my save is incompatible, which is very sad and it annoys me, and this game obviously hates my guts because there is no way to turn off the auto-update feature. So good job everyone. However, I do love this game, so we're going to continue on. And just because I am so bitter, I'm going to play a completely different style this time. I'm going to go for Raya's Children, a society of charming, wily traders. Seeking new lands and adventure, they set off to the desert, because last time we played on the temperate biome, and I want to experience something new. At the desert of Palmoon, in a location, we can play a normal game, that is sure to be an inspiring place to start anew. I'm sure it will be, game. I bloody hope you've added a lot of stuff in here to make it worthwhile. Okay, so this is our expedition roster here. We've got a lot of different people. We've got a lot of bows in the hair and headbands. These two people are obviously complete clones of each other. Okay, I guess these people are fine. They've got moderately good stats. It's alright, they're all good at different things. And just for the start of this time, I think... Oh, a herbalist! Heals units with crafted balms and bandages. Okay, so there's obviously been a few more things added in. I think, as we're only starting with 150 gold again, we might as well go for the farmer's hoe, the wooden sword, and shall we go for the spindle or the herbalist staff? Heals units, is that going to be particularly useful? I haven't really had any problem with units dying in the past. Maybe it's got a lot harder. But we'll go for the weaver, because that seems more useful imminently. So let's embark on our new adventure. Now you've got to select the map and choose our settlement's location. Now, it looks as though there isn't much in terms of wood and other stuff. Not played this mode before, so I don't really know the best way of surviving this. Whether, even if rolling a new map is worth it, it's probably all going to be pretty much the same, I'd imagine. Okay, yeah, it looks exactly the same. We'll go for somewhere with a bit more water if possible, because water makes me feel good when you're in a desert. Sure, this looks lovely. There is some wildlife. Wondering whether I should have maybe not gone for the farmer tools and gone for the hunter's, trapper's knife instead. Might have been a good idea. There's not many trees and plants. There's a few trees about, actually. If we go for somewhere around the water, you'd imagine there to be some more trees. Okay, well, look, this looks good here, the mountains. We'll go for this place, because it has a lot of minerals and other stuff. So let's settle here. Perfect. Probably not worth deliberating too much on where we're settling down. We're soon going to know whether we've kicked ourselves in the balls, to put it bluntly, with the tools that we've chosen, but I'm hoping it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. I completely know what I'm doing. Not. Right, okay, so I think first things first, what we're going to try and do is we're going to settle down with not a town hall which is 2 stories high, because that sounds like a terrible idea. And look at this, there's sort of a nice little valley running through here, a bit more interesting in terms of the landscape, although I guess there's actually not that much here in general. What is this? It's like a sort of, is this quicksand or something? I have no idea. Okay, we're going to place down the town banner, and we're going to put it down, I suppose we could put it right in the middle of this sort of square raised patch, because it looks cool. And that's probably around about here. That'll do. Don't want to be too specific. Okay, so it's currently called Varmore. We're going to call this Parkistan. Maybe Desert Parkistan, because I have no imagination whatsoever, and I can't type apparently. So there we go. Parkistan. Thank God I don't have to type more in this game. Right, so here are budding entrepreneurs of the desert world. And I call them entrepreneurs very loosely, because they're not really going to be doing very much. Okay, so there's a few little changes in the UI here, and look, the town info has changed. There's like a little desert sort of looking place instead of the wooden building, which is lovely. Okay, so first things first, we're going to want to put down a stockpile because we haven't got anywhere to put all of our gubbins. And people keep asking me what gubbins are. It just means a random assortment of shit, effectively. So there we go, we've got a random assortment of shit going down where we can store all this rubbish. So, next up, got the gubbins sorted, we can place down maybe some citizens into specific tasks. Now, I don't really know which one of these would be best to go for. We're going to need a farmer. I think a farmer is a good place to start. Not sure if I'm not sure whether the desert land is a particularly good place to start farming, but we shall find out. And we're going to allocate maybe Takaya Quath. Dear God, this is testing my ability to speak names. Okay, so let's change the jobs, and we're going to go for a farmer. So let's click that. In honour of steadfast efforts and blah blah blah, you are now the town farmer. Congratulations. Right, so let's put down our farmland, maybe over here in these lower areas. Have we actually kind of restricted ourselves by placing this down over here? Is there even a way down? I don't think there is. In which case, damn you, Parky, why are you such an idiot? But it's fine. We'll put down the farmland over here, like this, in the corner. Now, we've got a few options here. It looks as though the options have actually been restricted based on the fact that we're in the desert biome. But we can grow carrots, golden gourds, much prettier than it is tasty, and also corn, and cactus flower. They have medicinal properties. So let's make these carrots, I suppose. That seems like a good starting crop. And because one farmer is pretty much good for 2 crops, we can make this other one golden gourd. Sure, why not? There we go. So she's going to get busy on those tasks. Now everyone else, what else do we need to do here? I think a good starting point would be to chop down some of these trees. Now, let's go into the harvest menu, and we're going to gather this big acacia tree here and these other 2 smaller ones, as these are the only ones that are actually relevant to us at the moment. We can gather up all these other cacti around here as well. Not sure whether they're used for medicine or whether we can actually eat them, but we shall soon find out. And we're going to collect all of these ones which are imminently in our surroundings, because then we know what resources we have to deal with. Right, now aside from that, what we can also do is allocate someone else a different job. Now we have a couple going. We can make a weaver, which isn't particularly useful. I think what we need to do... Oh, an Eskender agent approaches. Sure, I don't even know what that is.
Monkey, keep your friends. It's always a pleasure to see party make it to their designated trade point. As per your contact, we'll make back the whole store tomorrow. In the meantime, we're here starting supplies for your family orders for you.
I can't even read. That's fine. Thank you, honoured elder. Okay, so it's sort of like desert folk of the Buddhist variety. Desert folk of the Buddhist variety. Well said. Okay, well, aside from that, I think what we need to do is we need to start... Well, yeah, okay, I was going to say we'll start building something, but I think what we really need to do is put a few ladders in. So we're going to put a ladder down over here, just because we haven't got enough resources really to start making like a proper building or anything else yet, because we don't have access to enough wood or other materials. Aside from that, really what we need to start doing also is digging into the ground, because that's how we're going to get our resources for clay buildings. We need a lot of clay, and we don't have much wood, so I think we really need to be careful about how much wood we're spending here. Okay, so let's allocate a town defender, and we're going to need someone who's got good spirit and also good body, maybe a good all-rounder like Omara Creed. Sure, you can be our town defender for now. Day 0 of Bittermoon. Omara Creed, congratulations. I don't know whether it's really worth giving the other spinning wheel task to anyone else. It might be worth, actually. Have we got any tools in here? Oh, well, of course, what we could do is there anything that the farmer can craft? Takaya Quarth? Don't think there is. Okay, well, that's fine then. Oh, we do have a potter. Okay, I didn't even realise that. I obviously didn't even take into account or consideration what everyone bought at the start of the game, but that's okay. So a potter, I suppose it doesn't really matter what so much you would go for. Negan, we'll change your job. We can make you into the potter. There we go. In fact, I didn't even buy that. Did you just get a potter cutter for nothing? We got a load of flowers, which is really not helpful. Okay, so we got a potter. I think that means basically we need to start making the potter's gubbins, and we're going to need to do a load of digging in order to get stone and clay, which is really annoying. So, might as well get on with it. Let's start harvesting into the ground over here. We could actually mine a tunnel over this way. And yeah, sure, why not? It doesn't really matter where we start digging. So let's just dig into the side of this mountain like this. And that's going to give everyone the task over here to start running over. I think it might even be worth building another ladder down over this side, just because it's going to be a bit quicker than running round the long way. So let's go like that. And then all of these workers are going to start digging into the mountainside, collecting up some of this clay. I hope this is going to give us clay anyway, and it's not just going to be a load of sand, which would be completely useless. Oh no, there we go. Hunk of stone and clay. Perfect. So this is getting us the starting resources that we need. So let's carry on mining this tunnel in here, and we're going to go for another layer in like that. And also I'm wondering whether we should start digging upwards, because we're going to make a really ugly landscape otherwise. Not that I really think it matters that much. Okay, so we're going to get them to dig in like that as well. Right, so this is going to get a load of materials over here. Now, with these materials, what we can do is, if I can actually find my potter. Where are you, my dear? Megan? Okay, we want to give her the task now to start building the potter's kiln. So let's craft one of those, and we're also going to craft the potter's wheel. And this is going to allow us to turn this clay into bricks, which then we can start using to build buildings, which is obviously the next level of progression, I would imagine. Okay, so she's now made this potter's kiln, and we're going to place this down. I suppose for now it can just go down here like this. And then as soon as she's done building the other thing, we can place that down as well. And is there any point doing anything with this yet? I don't really think so. Okay, so there we go. Pottery wheel is down. So now that she can do stuff, let's see what we can actually craft here. So, this has unlocked a load of stuff. I think the clay bricks are really what we want to get a maintain order on. So we're going to get her to maintain maybe 15 of these at one time. Now, aside from this, there's a lot of stuff that we can make, a lot of different furniture. And also, what is this? A clay safety standard.
Please, everyone, please mind the gap between the building and the massive cliff face over the edge of the world.
Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so whilst these people are doing nothing, we might as well get them digging some more. So we've just unlocked level 1 on the potter. Standard catalogue. Now make basic furniture and building adornments. That's good for us. She's levelling up slowly. So let's carry on giving them a harvesting task into the side of this mountain. I think that seems like a good idea. So we're going to go like that. And also, should we start digging the next layer as well? Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. This is going to carry on getting us a load of resources over here. And look, we've also got some nice little stacks of clay over here in the stockpile. So, what is the first building that we want to build? Now, we've got a load of little things here. Oh, wow, look at these. These are really detailed and cool. Oh, these are really nice. Okay, well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go for maybe a clay dormitory, because this is going to house a lot of our civilians, which seems like a good idea. Go for some little clay houses as well. A clay house for 2. That does look really cool, doesn't it? Look at the amount of detail on that. Okay, we're going to go for the clay house for 2 over here, and we're going to finish editing and build it. Now, for now, I'm just going to use the standard predefined buildings, but in the future I will start creating some of my own custom ones, so don't worry if you find that boring. I just think for now I just want to get the minimum buildings down as quickly as we can. So it's going to be built up with a load of these clay bricks we've got in stock, and also maybe a little bit of this wood, and I'm wondering really whether we can even put down a tree farm of some kind. It might be worth looking into that, so let's just have a little look. Can we actually get a tree farm? Also, animal pastures might be a good thing to aim for as well. But for now, I don't think there's anything else that we want, so I guess we can just put down corn, because it's going to take a really long time for it to be planted and grow up anyway. Okay, so here we go. People are starting to put down the foundations of this lovely house over here, which is lovely. It looks like it's being built above ground, but I don't really mind that much. There's some nice steps going up to it. Okay, so what are these? Daily update, tumbleweed, source of coarse fibres. Oh, okay. So we haven't got enough food yet. We've got plenty of morale, but not enough net worth either. I'm actually wondering, what is this going to give us? Harvest this, please. Coarse fibres. This might allow us to start putting together some like clothes and things like that. In fact, I might just give some more tasks to go and dig up some of this stuff over here. So we'll start digging up these little mounds of rock and also gather up all these resources. Cool. And it looks as though these cactuses regrow as well, which is good. Okay, it's got potter level 2 now. Art for sale. Can now make decorative items to liven up the town or sell for money. So she's busy. She's busy at it. So let's just have a little look into her character sheet. She's got quite a bit of experience. She's got the potter's outfit as well. And all of this stuff. So we've got artistic inspiration, which is going to come out soon. Attributes and everything else are just obviously going up as we build more stuff. But what else can she make? Now, she can make clay beds. So let's craft one of these. And we can also, I don't even know what materials we need for this building over here. It's got another trading caravan coming over. We can buy some prickly pear baskets. We'll also get some wood and maybe sell some stuff. Do we want these? Cactus flowers? Thing is, I'm not really sure what we need as of yet. We don't even have that many resources, so maybe we shouldn't get rid of stuff. It seems like a bad idea. Okay, right, so what was I doing? Oh yes, looking into this menu here. What does this building require? So we need some 5 red clay windows, a red clay door, wall clay lamp, dining table, bed and chair. So 2 beds and other stuff. Right, so let's get on to that. If I can actually remember what it was. Red clay windows, I think we needed 5 of those, so let's get 5 of those going. We're also going to need a red clay door. We're also going to need... What else was it? Oh my god, we can make a garden gnome. Perfect. Okay, 2 clay beds. Let's not get distracted. A dining table, I think, was one of them. And then some simple clay chairs? Were there were 4 of these, I think? I can't really remember, but we're going to use them at some point, so it doesn't really matter if we make too many of them. And also a clay wall-mounted lantern thing. I can't actually see that in here. Am I just being blind? What is this? An oil lamp? Wall-mounted clay oil lamp. Was that what we wanted? We could just look, couldn't we, instead of guessing? That would be a good idea. Okay, so let's go back into this menu. God, Parky, get your brain in it. Oh yes, a wall clay lamp. Perfect. Okay, so let's just exit this menu again. Takaya Quarth has achieved level 1 of Farmer, so she's going to be a bit faster now in the collecting and also planting of all this stuff. Let's go back in here and we're going to show the workshop and get a wall-mounted oil lamp. I think it was just this one, wasn't it? So let's just craft one of those. Okay, now I think as these materials are being used, we are going to slowly run out of our clay resource, which is obviously a bad thing. So on top of that, what I want to do is, just because this really bothers me, this overhang, we're going to place down a ladder, if I can actually remember the menu it's in, up here like that. And then, once we've done that, we can start digging out this area here. So let's go into here and now give the task to dig out this. And also, can we get rid of this stuff? Yes, we can. Okay. Perfect. And we can also give them the task to start digging out this. And also, might as well get rid of this little area here as well. Perfect. And then we can give them the main task to start digging into the mountain in this direction, which I think is going to be a good thing. There we go, get us a few more resources. Perfect. Now this house is starting to look a bit more impressive now, which is absolutely fantastic. It means that we're going to have somewhere at least for people to start living in. And I'd like to raise that morale as high as we can early on by getting all these clay beds down and other stuff like that. Because beds, it means that people don't have to sleep outside in the cold desert wasteland, which is obviously a good thing for everyone involved. This house looks really cool, and I really like the difference. It's really obvious the difference between this playstyle, using clay bricks in a desert landscape, to the previous playthrough where we played in the woodland biome. Oh wow, look at this. So we've got farmer level 2 already. Job opportunities, exposure to fresh food has given the farmer ideas about cooked food. See the promotion menu for details. Ah, right, so I think this is going to unlock our chef. So let's have a little look. We've got to change jobs. Where is it? Now we've got to unlock that at some other point. We've also got a mason here. So they've reversed the order. We get the potter first before the mason. So we need a level 2 potter and a mason's chisel crafted by the potter. Oh, a herbalist. We can create this instantly. Right, so there's a lot of stuff going on. A carpenter as well, crafted by the blacksmith. And the blacksmith is crafted by the mason. So we need to get the mason next. So I think what we're going to aim to do is go for herbalist staff. Okay, I don't really think we need that yet. Oh, here we go. What's this? This is the cook. So we also need the spoon, which is crafted by the mason. So we need to go for the mason first. So let's go into the potter's menu and see if we can craft that mason tool. Because then next time we can start getting into that level of things. We can, okay, so the mason's clay chisels. Let's craft one of those. There's a lot in her stockpile, actually, of things that she should be crafting. Let's just move this clay brick down to the bottom here so that she starts prioritising the crafting of these other items. And then once that's done, we might as well make a herbalist staff as well whilst we're here, because we're going to need that eventually, and it's nice to have the choice as to what we can allocate people. So perfect! This is looking good, and they're digging out this over here, so we've got a load more clay coming in, which is lovely. It means we're not going to run out of our resources anytime soon. And what is this? A clay bed. Perfect, so you can start putting all the furniture into this building. And we can have a few people a bit happier. Don't know who's going to be bunking down together. Maybe the 2 clone sisters that are over here. Looks like they've got their eye on the building. They're like, oh, this is the clay clone building. Don't know why they're saying that. It's a bit weird. Okay, Well, aside from that, I think today this seems like a good place to leave it. We made a bit of progress, got a lot of resources coming in, started setting up the infrastructure for our farms, and also got our first building coming down. So let's have a little look at the daily updates. We've got plenty of food, plenty of morale, but that net worth is still a bit low, which is fine because once this building's done, the net worth will go up massively. But as I said, if you enjoyed today's episode, then please feel free to leave your support in the comment section below. Also leave ratings, because that particularly lets me know you want to see more of this series. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, awkward, goodbye. Awkward.